Good morning. I just got like a feeling of like Mr. Rogers. And I'm just gonna drink my tea. I'm gonna put my sweater on, tie my shoes. I'm a huge fan of Mr. Rogers. Anyway, I like to think that some of my preschool teach or students thought of me in that same like loving motherly way, not fatherly way, but yeah. Anyway, so today we're talking about a burnt out mom needs nature. The other day, I was talking about how a burnt out mom needs freedom. So here's the thing, when you're really at this level of burnout, you have to get real with what your body is craving and not your mind. What your body needs is important. And nature has a way of giving us what we need. The natural rhythms of the earth, being out with the elements, feeling the sensations of the outdoors, um, even being with natural items inside your house. There's just so much that you can do to bring nature to you when you are so stressed out that you have reached a level of burnout. So I want to go back to um, we are moms here, so going back to childhood, going back to looking at our children. For me, I grew up in a stressful household. There was 5 of us, there was a lot going on, the chaos, it was loud. We lived in a small house, so being outside was what I craved for my own well-being. I didn't know why, it was just something that I knew I needed or I enjoyed doing. Um, and now looking back on it, it was really important to me for my self-regulation that I needed. Um, Being able to be out in nature was very, very important to my stress management. And so I knew that I love nature. I went into biology degrees and environmental education. I worked in nature schools. Like I always knew I loved nature. So if you are listening to this and you're in that same place, you love nature, um, it's a benefit to you, then great. How can you get more of it? Because your nervous system needs it if you are at a high level of stress and burnout. If you are in a place where you're like, I can take it or leave it, I don't live in a place where I can really get nature, then it's time to figure out how to incorporate into your life so that see you can reap the benefits of it. And it doesn't always require spending a lot of time outside, like I said. It can be this way of living with the natural rhythms of the seasons, like being in tune with the land. Um, and of course, not all of us live in an area that has all four seasons. So, knowing your landscape this time of year where I live, and I've always lived in places with four seasons, we start to feel the shift. So if you are feeling a shift from that summer high vibe, high energy, abundance, I need, I have a lot, I'm doing a lot, I've got a lot on my schedule, we're going here, there, and the other. You're feeling that shift to the slowdown. It's time to lean into that shift, and your kids will show you as well. They want to slow down. They don't want to do as many activities. They want to lounge or watch TV. My daughter's been crafting like crazy, starting to do art projects, that sort of stuff. And right here, we decorated for the fall. So it's a really great tradition to go with the rhythms of redecorating. I used to think it was I'm not that into it personally. I don't do a lot of it. I don't have a ton of stuff because it's overwhelming to me. But that rhythm of putting away things from one season and getting things out for the next season, it's a wonderful rhythm for children. And you know what? They know it and they show me all the time that it's also important to me. So having some sort of tradition, ritual that you do, unless we made these little foxes one year. So like they come up with new ideas or I find new ideas. I love Pinterest. If you're in find your own find the Om in your home. If you're in that course or in my membership program, there's a Pinterest board there with all kinds of stuff, nature, natural crafts. And locally, we're going to have a program during our fall break here where we're going to do some nature crafting and hiking with the kids. So if you live locally, get with me. I would love to have your children out frolicking in the woods with me. Okay, what else can I say about natural rhythms? So when I was in extreme state of burnout, this was years ago when I quit teaching, I had reached a limit of stress that I didn't know what to do with. I went back to what are the things that I need to do to take care of my nervous system, to reconnect to myself, um, and to find joy and passion and purpose, honestly. What was my purpose again? And that is what's gone into my entire membership program. So not only do you get the Find Om in Your Home course, you also get Reclaim Your Body, Transform Your Mind. And when I was at that extreme burnout level, that's when I went into my rhythms of the moon cycles. What can I do? What feels good at different times of the month? And the moon changes every 3 days. So if you are really paying attention to the moon energy and leaning into it, you will notice it in your children, you will notice it in you, that there is a rhythm that you get into with nature and listening to your body. And I just had a client call yesterday where we talked a lot about this, that our energy does change. And sometimes we picked up stories about that. So, and we also have a workshop. There's just so much in Om in the Home Revolution. If you're not in there yet, you need to jump in. There's a workshop about menstruation. We are meant to be in tune with nature. New moon and full moon, they really affect our menstruation. So we have a whole workshop on that in there as well. Okay, so I just get so excited about all this stuff that we have available to you. You have to jump in if you're not in there and start getting back to yourself, back into the natural rhythms. Sunday night is full moon. Sunday is full moon. And we have a call that night with Leah Rupp. She's an astrologer and a parent coach, Pure Joy parent coach. Those calls are so awesome for understanding what's going on in your life. Kind of what's been happening with this culmination, the full moon release. What is kind of what are you letting go of so you can make way for something new? And those calls are just really inspiring and motivational. And also, last night we had a call, we have a tarot card reading going on right now. And that is also a great way to reconnect with yourself, get some messages, um, understand what you're meant to be, what you're meant to be hearing, those messages, intuition, accountability, which things resonate with you. Last night, it was a lot about, for my reading, it was a lot about water, getting with more water, baths, which is really great for the full moon, swimming, drinking more water. These are the types of things that have to do with nature, right? It doesn't always mean that you're just going to be outside hiking for hours or meditating or gardening. Nature can be part of every part of your life. Eating, drinking. Tell me if you've made it this far. Tell me in the comments what you love about nature, what you enjoy about nature. I love to hear, because I'm in love with nature. And if you're ready to make a change and really reconnect to the things that are important to you, to get out of burnout, to stay out of burnout, the link to Om in the Home is in the description of this video. I've also put a free meditation for this fall to find this balance that's happening, the shift from summer to fall. So there's a free meditation there for you. Okay. Have a great weekend. Find some time to connect to nature, and I will see you next time. May you be well, may you be peaceful, and may you be safe.